If about a minute here. I'll go ahead and get going. All right, there we go. Perfect. Wow. Wow. Look at that gap up, y'all. I Damn, that's crazy. Alrighty. So US stock index futures were higher. Global shares rebounded after China cut a key leading benchmark to support its economy, while investors remain cautious amid worries about slowing growth and high inflation. Gold prices rose as a pullback in the dollar from two-decade highs and deepening concerns over the U.S. economic growth burnished the metal safe haven's appeal. Oil prices steadied as a planned European ban on Russian oil balanced out investors' concerned about weakening economic growth hitting demand. Another top headlines, we've got Deere raising profit forecast on equipment demand soars. That's been like 9 earnings in a row, I swear. Obviously triggered by Russian invasion of Ukraine, fueled by crop prices and spurred demand. Uh, Crow shareholders approved Blackstone deal. Crown Resorts shareholders approved the $6.3 billion buyout by Blackstone. Musk, who has been in the headlines forever, for the last 2 weeks at least, says Tesla is on my mind 24/7 amid concerns about Twitter distraction. And of course, on Thursday, he mentioned that that's all he thinks about is Tesla, so everything's fine. AMAT forecast gloomy current quarter on supply chain woes, obviously exacerbated by COVID-19 lockdowns in China, which would hamper its ability to meet demand for chip making tools. So, all right. Might have double bottomed. All right. So, I'm going to keep this relatively short, uh, just due to the pure, simple fact that it's Friday. And I'm not going to sit here and hope, of course, that something comes to fruition and the market rips. I'd love to see it. It's probably not going to happen on a low volume day like Thursday. So my time here will be short. Hopefully, allowing other people to do the same. But me personally, I just don't see. I've had a good week, okay week. I'm also just not feeling my best. But numero uno, and most important thing is that Fridays are notorious for low volume and notorious for keeping traders at their desk, and also losing a lot of money with weeklies. So that's a couple of things that we're going to be trying to avoid by removing myself, at least from the market, for sure. So UK retail sales. But with all that being said, last night, well, before we closed out yesterday, I was talking about NVIDIA, and I was talking about the gap up that I was thinking would possibly happen. It looks like it did. We are currently right around our resistance, which I have marked at 177. So not a ton of room from where we're at in pre-market to where we're currently at. So that being said, doesn't give me a whole lot of room to play. It doesn't give me a whole lot of room until I actually see something happen. But the one dynamic here is that it does and could still qualify for a head and shoulders on the hourly, which would then naturally possibly bring this thing back down to 161. You've got our ETF here, our SMH ETF, also carrying the same exact setup, the head and shoulders, but of course it's not a head and shoulders until the head and shoulders breaks down. So all that being said, we're going to watch this one above 235, obviously just for NVIDIA's sake, because that's what I'm going to be primarily focused on today. One second. Okay, sorry about that. All right, now, lastly, we've got Rivian. Due to the fact that I'm still short and this is going long, it is up against supply. I am just quite simply going to be watching for this to happen, where we have what looks to be potentially a rising megaphone, and which would of course bring Rivian back down to $26, cause it to pull back. This one above $32, which I will play Rivian anywhere above 31 bucks. So I'll go ahead and grab a 32. I have to hedge it. It's not a matter of. It's just a matter of finding a contract that allows me to protect myself, but doesn't take too much away, just in case. So. Anyway, that's NVIDIA, both gaps to the up and the downside. Strong levels above us, but not unbreakable. So let's see here. All right. I'm gonna be keeping my eyes peeled on Spotify. So this stock has been receiving relatively not great news from competitors, which of course drives their business down. They've already had waning subscribers. Their earnings report wasn't super impressive. So all that being said, Spotify's got a rising wedge, didn't change out of it. In pre-market's got a really nice gap below it. So I will be watching Spotify as it breaks below 103. This one, especially below $100, would be my main target there. Daily time frame, this thing's all built up. Could be looking for just one more spill down. The target's $88. So let me show you why it's $88. This is currently the setup that we're holding. Oops. So if we happen to gap down, I would imagine that would be the levels. So 85, 88. Let me make something. I'm just gonna stamp this. All right, like I'm gonna just from human to human. If you've been a part of any other Friday before, please remember how shitty, right? How not fun Friday trading days. Sometimes they're fun. Sometimes power hours can provide. But I'm just letting you guys know that I will not be. If I do enter something, probably going to be looking to scalp today. Anything that I see on a higher time frame will be addressed with contracts that are out at least next week. So, if you did swing, I've been smacked around by a couple of Fridays. Listen, you know what's going to do do people a lot of good. And, maybe it's just one of those things where you find an application kind of like Webull where you can input your P&L, which is important. Track the days, excuse me, that you underperform or outperform or oh my god. Um, but anyway, if you see something, maybe consider taking it long. Maybe don't watch the 5 minute time frame. We know what Fridays are doing, and we also want to keep one last thing in mind: max pain, where we could end up seeing obviously stocks just stay in range, and that's it. So, hey Potter, would you be able to give me some key levels for Apple? Sure. Yeah, we can do that. Key levels. Really quickly, I just want to discuss something with Rivian. My downtrend for Rivian, and sometimes I argue with myself whether it's the wick or whether it's the body. Oftentimes using my moving averages. Um, yeah, sell out of the money premium on Fridays if you can, especially around launch. This one, and I want to let you guys know that I may end up swinging a $35 call if we are really actually green today on Rivian. I am still short on it, okay? I'm still short, still gonna be short. It's just a matter of and if this one contract goes, 60, 70% down, probably going to end up buying another one. And so by the time July rolls around, then we can talk. So I'm taking something out that's similar to taking a short position on an actual stock that you have a fundamental bias on. So, all right. Lastly, Zuckerberg. So this one looks like hot dog water. Currently on every time frame available. I did speculate that this one possibly has a falling wedge. I think that's going to be possibly a red to green day here. So check this out. Here's Facebook. So target right now would be right around this previous support, which 180.40, right? This one didn't gap up that strong. So I'm going to be watching this one below 189 down to 185, 186.55, and then this support level, which is going to be 180.50. That's a quick scalp for me. Probably going to use next week's contracts anyway. But one last thing. So we see that kind of like falling wedge setup. But we also have support. Oh shit, what the hell is that? Support, right? So either A, we bounce today, and we will find out shortly whether that will happen or not. Or we have a pretty sweet opportunity to the downside. So I'm up or down. Upside would be 207.30, and then I doubt we go any higher than that, but I'll just 222.60 would be my downtrend here from the top right here. So we'll see what happens. What is my most high probability setup? I would say at the moment, probably Facebook for scalping. But as far as like a clear setup or most high probability setup, period, they're not built yet. They're not high probability setups for me quite yet. They're okay. Right now, I would like to see, like, for example, on Facebook right now. I'd love to see it either when we're around support, right? I don't want to take a position anticipating a breakdown or a bounce. We know how that goes, right? So I would rather have this close, like let's say for Facebook, the initial move is down. I might go ahead and right around the 188 level. I might go ahead and take that 180 strike, play a quick scalp to the downside down here, and then once that happens, I may just end up watching, because I don't really like a ton of setups at the moment, period. The only one that I had kind of on my side watch list was Jamia. And this one I haven't played in a long time, but I thought this one might be interesting, seeing that it's so far away from support. They just had earnings. There's gaps to both the upside and the downside, and it is small account friendly. So I was thinking about playing Jamia. It's got a gap down there at 560, and then actually has a gap above us at 775. So, but again, no extremely high probability setups, as far as like taking a day trade or a swing trade or anything like that. I don't have any of those. I'm just looking at today's close. It's Friday, so and that's the main point here. Is it's Friday. I probability always decreases for me around Friday. So I guess to answer this question more accurately, in an hour, these might become high probability setups. At the moment, they're just kind of probability. Like it's just not quite there yet until, like Nvidia could go test resistance and still go dump and pull back down. So, all right. So let's take a look at Apple, for some key levels. All right. So currently below you, you've got 138. Apple seems to be in a huge falling wedge on support to me anyway. Got you. Um, Below you, 138. Above you, you've got the 139.40. That's where you've already wicked off. And then you've got the 140 even, which is psychological number, period. Zoom out. Next, you've got 141.35 and 142.50. Those are all probably Apple's strongest levels in that range. So, I mean, we can still dump. We could still dump. There's not much, and still not a catalyst, in my opinion, to just send us ripping. It's a big gap up, but that gap could. Okay, so let me also throw this other little worm out there. When we gap up on Fridays, I'm immediately like, "Bleh," like nope, because once that range gets filled, it takes up all the volume for the day, and then it's just chopping. We're just chopping for the rest of the day. So, um, I'd either like to see that gap get filled very quickly, and bypass it. Otherwise, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day. Again, this is Friday. This is gonna be my new rule from now on. Just period. Fridays are gonna be slim, hourly wise, because I just do not. And my record for Fridays isn't great, to be honest with y'all. It never has been. I don't have great day trading records. Swing trading, like I don't really count. Going into Fridays or like coming from Fridays, but period, Fridays have never been my best days. So not to say I haven't made good money, but I've also lost good money. So okay. So Foot Locker. Yeah, I would stick with the ones that are doing well right now, perhaps. That's one. Not really sure if I should run that off the top or if this is even in a setup. I see a wick there. I'll be honest with you, until this one finds resistance, maybe so you might be in a bear flag here, on the hourly. So you might have a little poop pop up right there. I can't tell you, like, it might be 195, it could be 192, somewhere in this range. I would say above 187 90, there's like a micro gap there. But watch for a rejection because I think you might end up like using this little pocket to consolidate if it's a bear flag. If it gets above that 195 level, I would like to see a candle close 198.84. There's a gap to fill there, 203. So really quickly, just for those of you who are new, um, weekly contracts will be one price at in the morning, on Fridays, okay? And let's say Tesla, it's going to be 600 bucks at the open. By the time 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock runs around, most contracts outside the money, regardless of the stock's movement, will be around $200 to $300. So just by simply holding this asset or derivative, you are going to be losing value. So that is a choice that you will have to make and be responsible for if you do it. And if you do not have the skill to be in and out very quickly, because you've got to think it, weekly options are almost like hot potato, like the world's like, you know, biggest game of hot potato. Like get it while it's hot and get it out of there. Like get it gone. Don't hold on to those things. They are literally meant and just period end of story for me, like they're mostly by institutions supposed to expire worthless. So, but all right. Well, that's really it from me. I will keep my eyes on Foot Locker. Um, just because they've got a 3250 resistance. They've been really beaten up like bad. So I'd actually be curious to see how they do. They got a really weird setup. Really weird, actually. What the hell? Damn. Foot Locker just built a house in the middle of nowhere. Look at that thing. Yeah, it looks like you're slowing down a bit. Gap down. You're looking at the wrong Foot Locker, dude. You're in Europe. That's trainers. Sorry. Foot trainers. Wait, trainer locker. What do they call it over there? Foot Locker? Aha. Aha, gotcha. I knew it was there. All right, there you are. And bing. Look at that bad boy. All right, so what you got is you got 1, 2, 3 right off the top. You did close with the 15-minute bull flag. Obviously, that didn't work out that well. So here's what I'd be looking for. Above 53.50. All right, now you can start looking at maybe like the $58 level, 57. But this does kind of look like a quintessential rising wedge. So I would say that if you start moving below 46, below 44, period. I think below 44 you'll see a pullback. But at the moment, if this is a 50% retracement, that would be $40 or 42. Is max pain theory a thing in stocks? With options, yes. I don't know about stocks. No. Max pain theory is something that basically suggests that most institutions are selling premiums, and therefore on the price will be gravitate or be attracted to a certain range, therefore making sure that the most amount of options outside of the money expire worthless, causing max pain, if that makes sense. I watched from Big Stepper. About to go to New York. Hit a Big Stepper. Get him on live. Happy belated birth. Oh, thanks, Dallas Designs. I appreciate that. Guten Morgen. What's up, Boa? Why do they call it Lotto Friday? Okay, so let's okay, so the other side of it, right? We got Max Payne. The other side of it, right? I did look at uh Upstart. It's got a rising wedge here. Will I play playing Zoom Monday earnings? It kind of sounds fun. Yeah, I might do it. I might play some earnings. I've been lacking on the earnings. I just haven't wanted to participate in the earnings debauchery. So, but anyway, the Lotto Friday thing comes from sometimes the unloading of inventory. So max pain doesn't always apply. Sometimes everybody wants to get out, or sometimes some people really want to buy. There's oftentimes like this. I would say like a mini FOMO rally, you know what I mean? Like whether it's up or down. Oftentimes you have like these, and it could just be inventory, but you have these larger moves that will happen on Friday, either maybe towards the end of the day, something like that. So when it gets towards the end of the day, a lot of people will buy out of the money contracts that are incredibly cheap, more than likely going to expire worthless. On record, I bought a $90 contract on Amazon and sold it for $4,000. So it can be fun, but you'll probably lose that $4,000 trying to do it again, you know? So you have to be really careful. A loser. Yep. It's like scratch off tickets. Yeah. You can't really guess. You just got to react, you know? You're either there or you're not. And you either react accordingly, you look at the volume, or you just let it go. So, how do I identify play patterns like a head and shoulders or a bull flag? The human brain is meant to recognize patterns. So once you see a pattern, obviously, go look at a picture of one. Um, and especially when that pattern is starting to become relatable to your reward system where you're making money on it, stuff like that. So the more that you see and execute patterns, the more apparent or visual that it will be. So um, I'm going to tag everybody. Roll. I'll do it. I got you. Don't nobody type yet. Okay. I just wanted to. Yeah. Please listen to what Top Shelf said here. I'm gonna please read. Does after hours charting make it sense if I'm seeing a stock trending down in pre-market? Should I assume that it will be at open? I think that you should absolutely chart with pre-market data on some. I mean, I do. I think that it is beneficial. I think it's case by case. Sometimes it doesn't really do much, and then sometimes you see like very clear setups in pre-market. So I think it's worth exploring and looking at always. So um, does yeah. So I wouldn't say that maybe like putting a ton of stock into it, but when you see something obvious, it's worth looking at. So yeah, like crazy unexpected runners, which would throw options, in the money that were likely going to expire worthless. So I think, part of it is, you gotta be honest with yourself about where you're at. I posted a lot about that yesterday. If you don't have hotkeys, right? If you don't have good entries, exits, yeah, a good brokerage, if you're not able to set and be disciplined with your targets, then Fridays can be a nightmare. And they are for a lot of people because, and I'm gonna repeat this today because I mean it, and it means it hits close to home, but like a lot of you are struggling, and you've only been trading for like 4 months. Like you're whether you like it or not, you're in that kind of like first grade phase of going through trading and it's not going to be super fun. That's guaranteed. And so if you know that, right, you know that you're going to be learning tough lessons, you don't put a ton of money in the market, right? Because you know that you're going to be learning those tough lessons. And unless you want that money to be a part of that tough lesson, you can just simply visualize the potential losses that you could have had rather than just going and losing your money. So also give yourself just be honest with yourself about where you're at in your trading journey. Can you scalp? How long have you been scalping? Are you just guessing at it? Like those are the type of things that if you want to take it seriously, you got to start answering those questions for real, for real. So, um, if you want to sit on the sidelines or if you don't see something that you like, then head out. And that's going to be the plan for me today. I personally, I'm not going to be, I might take a quick trade in the morning, but I'm going to be out. Just by example, I have to do so, but Fridays are just not going to be from now on. That's going to be a thing is Fridays will be very short trading days for me. That's a personal adjustment that I'm making in my own trading life. Just because Fridays are never really great days for me. If I don't lose money, I break even, and then I have like these random like Cinderella days where like I make like 11 grand or something crazy like that. So, um, all right, that's pretty much it from me. Um, let's see here. I think Big Stepper's posted in this chat. I don't think Manny is trading today. I didn't have read his page. That's right. Yeah, he got a sore throat. Yeah, all right, all good. All good. We got a sick Manny. Manny down. Party too hard. I mean, listen, I am still not okay. I mean, I'm 30. I do not drink at all. Like it's not my thing. But I do sometimes, and I happen to. And when it's your birthday, everybody's like, "Hey, drink this, drink that, drink this," and I'm like, "You want to know how I got these scars?" No, I was kidding. I didn't do that at a bar though. I love that. If someone ever finds my phone and sees all of the drafts of the Joker that I've done, I'm finished. I've woken up like that before when I was younger. Oh, I was sitting here wondering why I couldn't hear Benzinga. You know what? I need to go and look at Baba really quickly before the bell. So, so did you cut down your own account? Is that what you're saying? You're back at 500?
WFC Wells Fargo, SEC charges Wells Fargo advisors with anti-money laundering related violations. That's Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie.
That's weird. Yo.
That's from Reuters.
I know we're both grown men, but I'm mad proud of you, dude. That is incredible that you did that yourself. That is hard. A lot of people can't do it. It's like just to walk away from your BP, all the set. That is super dope, man. I will absolutely let you know if I see something. And shit, I gotta think I have Robinhood as $500 or something in it. I might even just hop over there just to make it easier. Yeah, we'll keep our eyes peeled, but I want you to know that Fridays are not always the best days for small guys. So, if you put a little bit of risk out there, and I just was explaining this to Chris. I don't think he's on right now. Turtle, Licious. No. But I was explaining this to him yesterday. You know, like there are so many stocks. Okay, so many stocks that move with the rest of the market, do quite well. The options perform well, all of that good stuff, right? And they usually will stay under 120, $130 for a contract that expires out 3 weeks. If you have a $500 account and you're spending $150 on a contract that expires in 3 weeks, there's nothing wrong with that. You got to take a little bit of risk, but at least hide behind that time. So you obviously want to have protection, but to be able to, you're finding the safest route, to build that back up. But that's awesome. And looking forward to seeing you build that, because I mean, you should have right now you can start goal building. If you got $500, what do you want to try and, in a month? You could just say in a month I'd like to be around, this area, maybe and you don't have to even have cash goals. You could just have percentage or even goals per play. So I usually have my goals per play based on the actual setup itself, so like if I have an entry and an exit, that's my goal. So check BBBY over 10. Hmm. Hmm. What do you mean by that? That's an interesting setup there. Yeah, 1050 is fine. I think 1015 might be a good place when you start moving above that. You could play into the 1050s. Oh, take it to 1050. I think you said take it above 1050. I was like, damn. Damn. Yeah, this is this can go down though again. It could. It's got two. So now this is 3 off of top. And off the bottom, so can you get the Qs back to 400? Duh. I don't have that type of pull. You gotta start printing merch. QQQ 400 Expelliarmus. Harry Potter's favorite spell is Expelliarmus. Period. No, it's not. If you remember from the books, it makes him sick. Okay? Multiple times. It's not his favorite. That's all right. I binged it my whole life. All right? You watch the movies or? I know when I'm gonna blow. I can tell you right now that I know when I'm not gonna perform that day. Like I know when I'm not. Like that there is very funny. Sometimes like that feeling you have in your gut, like right now, I would definitely do a Harry Potter viewing party. But I think sometimes we know, we know. Yes, I know. I think it's all. Um, but we can feel it, So, listen to that little voice sometimes before you step off the ledge. So, all right, we got a few minutes. 1 second. Oh. All right. Brief recommendation that I've done in my own life. If you are having problems with organization of time, um, I got this planner, which I'm not a big fan of planners, but it actually has like a basically like a idea. And I think you've probably seen it online, but it's like an idea dump, and you just put all of your ideas in like in this box, and then you prioritize them above it, and then you can actually put them by time schedule on the side. But you can use that for trading as well, which I have done. So I'll send you guys a link to that if you want it. But with someone with ADHD, like myself, I'm a visual person, so if anybody, I know there's probably people like that on here could benefit from it. So, all right, let's full screen here. If I don't see something, y'all, I'm not gonna take anything. Okay, this is one of those days. I'm happy with the week. It's not the greatest week that I've had, but it's an okay week. So I'm gonna um, just wait for the setup. So ADHD for the win. It's a double-edged sword, and as anybody with ADHD knows, as understands. Ross, what did they gap up? Oh, got you. When we gap up like this, I don't think SPY calls like right at the bell. Like that's not what goes through my mind. I'm like, that looks like the range which we're going to chop in today. Do you see the range that we're in right now? Like, look at the last 2 days. Like, I mean, if you just look at yesterday, the day before that, look at all of this chop. We could seriously do that again today. We could pull back. That might be a play right there, gap fill. But we could go both ways. So 23%. Jeez, that's a big gap. All right, we're open, y'all. Be patient. Don't feel antsy right now. If you're not a scalper, not scalping, just wait. There's nothing. QQQ is up against resistance, so I think this might try and move down into the gap. Rivian's pulling back off support. There's SPY rejecting that key level so far. Not yet. It's only the first few minutes. Netflix just hit resistance, so look at that. And it is breaking. Weren't you talking about ADHD medication a week ago? I was planning on asking about it. I'm the 90th percentile of hybrid. I do not like it's just yes, I do have a really good recommendation. Damn, Spy. Holy hell. That is why. Whoa. Jeez. Yes, I do. I will send you a link to it. I was also in the top percentile. I was a case study in Alabama for ADHD, and when they were first doing like the Ritalin stuff, that stuff messed me up. Jeez, maybe that's where I got my dark circles. Nothing yet. I do like Nvidia below 170. You should have shorted Nvidia. You knew it. Off one 5-minute candle. careful. I mean, if you're scalping, you know, never mind. So Netflix, or excuse me, if someone was watching Netflix 183. That would be a level to watch. That was a nasty wick on Spy. That was absolutely, yeah. You just went and tested those high. Look at Qs. Qs are falling right now. 290 is probably 291. I'm not taking anything yet though. I don't see anything yet. NVIDIA, look at this five. This 5 minute candle could bounce all the way back up, and then we could literally just send it. So you take something off of one 5 minute candle close, then you're gonna get what you deserve. No, I'm kidding. But you're gonna. I mean, it's doing it right now, actually, as we speak. Same here, exactly. Big stepper. I will take Nvidia below 170. All good. This is the no trade zone right here. No trade zone. I gotta go get a new dryer today. I've already taken a loss. There's a gap to fill, okay? Those of you in NVIDIA to 190. But again, you want to, I would say a 15-minute candle close. Right now, the body candle close of NVIDIA is under support. So 500 HMA is what we're bouncing off right now, 292. That is a disgusting wick on Spy, man. What a fake out. I wonder, is this okay? So if this is, ooh, that could turn this into a high probability play. Thinking about taking Rivian short for a swing trade, y'all. I'm thinking Rivian's gonna pull back here on us. I'm gonna take Nvidia with Big Stepper if he takes Nvidia to the downside. So my target right here is 169, below 170, or excuse me, 168.60. These wicks. Um, let's see here. 166.50, below 170. Pulling those up now. Going with a Rivian next week, $29 put. All right, here comes NVIDIA. 165 or 160 strikes if you're going next week. I'm not in yet. Just pulling up the contracts. I have one Rivian put right now. I have a $29 put, May 27th at 150. 152, sorry. There's fucking NVIDIA, damn it. It's okay. 5 minute candle close. Major scalp weeklies. Not in yet. Not in yet. Wait and handle. Not in yet. Nice job, Snee. Big step. Are you taking this week's out of the money? In the money? Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna wait just a few seconds here. Yeah, if you're taking weeklies in and out, so the first, like, that's going to be the scout move. If you want to go with something next week, you can do that. If Nvidia's out of your price range, then maybe look at something like Nvidia or excuse me, AMD, which has I can give you the exact same setup, one, but below 9650, one could take that 95 and look at the $94 target moving with Nvidia. But again, I'm getting ready to take them. Nope, I am not NVIDIA. I will absolutely tell you guys when I enter NVIDIA. I pull up I let you guys know that I'm pulling up the contracts so that way you guys know to be ready. So right on that range, exactly. That is what I was scared of, is being in range, and that's what we could do. So what? Facebook? What's wrong with Facebook? Oh, it's ripping? Um, Rebound. It's up against resistance right now. I have it marked here as resistance. If it does make it above this mark, 196, you've got 197.85 and then 199.65. All right, I'm in. All right, no fill. Fuck. All right, canceling this order because, like, okay, there we go. All right, I got it. I got it. All right. Woo. Sorry, I could not. Guys, we just talked about it. Nvidia calls or excuse me, Nvidia puts right outside of the money. 170s this week. I said 165 next week if you want to go with those. Mm, mean bounce. I got a bad feel. Really bad fill. $170.70 if you got a late fill like I did. I was trying to get in quicker. Damn it. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut a few off of those. That was an accident. That's all good. All right, I'm out. All right, well, if you got in with Big Stepper, I just closed mine. That was just out of my control. Nothing I could do about that, unfortunately. I hit the order fill button right there to scalp that down. I mean, if you're still in, if you're in weeklies, you know that's where I don't negotiate. You don't have room to hold, so I just cut for a small loss. I'm not even upset about it right now. I'm just gonna look for the next one. Yeah, I have the Rivian put. I'm good on the put. I just my scalp fill right here for Rivian didn't go through, and when I went to go basically put the order back in or modify the order, I modified it once it got filled, but then it wicked back up, and so I got a bad fill. But it is what it is. That's just part of the game. It needs to. If you look back right here, this was a big support for Nvidia. So I mean, below 168.75, you can see another leg down from there. So, but right now that was a pretty significant bounce that would need to have to be faded here. But on the 5 minute, it's not looking like that's gonna happen. Q's playing games. Qs are playing games, dude. Look at the body candle closes. 1, 2 under support. If you are not a scalper and you did not take that play, good job having self-control. Good that I've been seeing for the last couple of weeks. A lot of people switching, hopping strategies. Yeah, Facebook is pumping. I have a 199.60 target possibly. Right now you're up against my 198 resistance, so I'm still short on Rivian. I'm going to stick with that one. I like that short. There's Nvidia's moving back down off of that. Nice, nice job, Rivian. I might add another one into Rivian here. Same strike, same X, everything. Go ahead and add. 170, 169. Got another one. All right, there goes. Nvidia, that's pretty strong. If you had next week's contracts on Nvidia, you're cool. Weeklies, nah. Next week's, that's totally fine. You can set that supply retest stop loss and then go from there. Still keep your eyes peeled on Netflix below 183. This one has a target of possibly down to one if we pull back today. But that's a really really clear target there. So. If something happens like that to you, y'all, where your fills are bad, don't let that be the reason for future trouble. Just cut it, or just find the best bounce and cut it. So I think we're gonna see the video down further if anybody's still in that. There it is. Dude, uh, I'm noticing a trend here with my brokerage. No fills on Fridays, like straight up. Nothing. I just tried to, yeah, wow, awful. 167 if you're still in NVIDIA. Trade station. But yeah, just no fills today. You see how, I don't know if anybody saw that, but everybody in retail this morning was all saying the same thing. It was all like spy calls at the bell, like ouch. Come on, NVIDIA, close down. Close down. Down, 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 down. Yeah, I had to cancel a few times. Okay, yeah. I'm not upset about it, man. I can't, I've learned to get over those type of things. Like, the quicker you get over them, the sooner you move on and do something else. Oof, option burn here. Y'all, Rivian stop loss is pretty simple. 30.25. Okay, just in case. All right, let's get a gap fill here on Q's or something, man. Drive it down. One more. Cause look at Facebook. Look at Facebook. Facebook wanting to plow ahead, and then NVIDIA is wanting to bounce here. It's trying to. It doesn't have a lot of strength. Yeah, Facebook's showing relative strength, so I would say that, yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to play any weeklies on it, but I would say 199.50 is perhaps a level to watch. So go down, go down. Yep, more. Do it, do it. Tesla bounce. Damn. No, not yet. I'd say that Tesla's got you for a bounce around 685. Below 700. If you do bounce at 700, yes. I mean, this is obviously a key level 700, but below 700, 685, easy. This is absolutely... Oh, yeah. Max pain, baby. I just think they're faking people out to the upside, but Tesla, I mean, if Tesla bounces here, sure, you've got a 733.75 retest if you bounce, but if you don't, then I say support is your next 685. So Nvidia. No, I'm not. Just watching it. No, because we've rejected the attempt to go higher high. So I would say we'd make a lower low. I mean, you can look at that as obviously a bounce level, sure. I mean, we can bounce. Everything is bouncing right now, but nothing has definitively broken range. It's very unusual chop right now, but I mean, the cues are just sitting up here, and we could flag out and we could rip. We could definitely take off from here. So, I think a lot of stocks are just sitting, waiting for either the pullback or Microsoft. Oh, stomach. All right, that's showing. So that's showing strength. Yep. There you go. If you're in Nvidia, I'm watching it. I know there's some people in it, so come on, Ravian. That's fine, but won't you do it? We're not gonna flinch at a retest. Damn it, man. I hope they don't squeeze people out today. That would suck. I'd just have to close it out, but very small bear flag on the video. Yeah, 3 little candles here. Microsoft is either this is gonna be a rejection point and you'll see it back down, or this is I mean, you bounced off support 3 times, so you probably got 260 retest possible. You got the Qs holding a divergence. If the Qs move up above 294, then I mean I see 199.50 for Facebook. That was the target last night, and that's also just supply retests. So come on, dude. There you go, Tesla. That's so weird how Facebook holds that divergence, though. Excuse me. Look at Tesla. Damn. 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 Nice. There it is. If you're in Facebook uh, or watching Facebook, the cues need to pop up above here, but we're getting bounces everywhere. Oh, you know what? Oh, okay, yeah. I didn't see that. You might actually get a bounce here on NVIDIA and a retest of 171 if you don't break. I can see the angle there on that body off of that support there. Yeah, I think we're going to see max pain today, at least on a few places. I'm going to hang on to Rivian. I have no problems with Rivian. So here's the dynamic, okay? Here's something to think about too, right? On Friday, you enter a contract, you're down 20% in 2 seconds. Where do you have time to plan? Where do you have any, what do you have there to work with? You know what I mean? Like it's, you're in a situation, max, okay, so the theory is, right, that max pain means that major institutions are mostly sellers, right? You're a buyer of premium. Okay, so you buy option contracts. Um, Looking like yesterday, Chop is going to take my money. Don't let it take your money. Wait for it to do the thing. You know, there's some potential clean breaks all across the market. I think that this could be maybe a fake out to the upside. You've got the QQQ bundling up against resistance could absolutely go down for this gap fill. Before reversing and leaving it moving it to the upside. But okay, so essentially is Turtlelicious, is he on? Okay, you are on. You can hear me? Okay, cool. So the theory basically explains that major institutions are mostly sellers of options, and that on days of expiration or even days coming up to expiration, the goal is to inflict max pain. And what that means is obviously each contract has theta decay, so it's going to be just time decay. And the further or the longer that it stays outside of the money or goes in and out of the money, the more that value decreases, right? So there's Tesla, 394, and there's NVIDIA. Damn. Damn. But no, sorry, I didn't get to finish my explanation. So the theory is that basically market makers will keep a stock in range, causing most of the out of the money contracts to expire worthless, thus inflicting max pain on premium buyers, right? So there are going to be days like Friday, right, where if you're an institution, you want you want the options to expire worthless. That's how you make your money. So does that make sense? Damn. Did anybody get that Turtlicious or that Tesla-licious? Anybody in that? Just curious, because it's dumping. Nice. Yeah, I'm fairly certain my target's gonna hit here, fairly soon. I'll give you a 685. No, in the wrong direction, brother. Are you? Did you cut? Are you? I don't want you to lose because this is a huge dump. Huge. You're dumping pretty hard. I'm a little. I should have taken it, but oh, dude, you're a Tesla snee. I think I'm almost. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm positive, but I'm pretty sure we're about to go hit this support. And then watch you just absolutely send it. Hold on. Oh yeah. Yeah, watch for a little reversal to happen if you do. What made you so explain I want to know your thesis here. What was your thoughts on that? Because this is a obviously a learning opportunity. What was your thoughts on taking Tesla long there? Also, when you enter a contract, the first thing, when I enter a contract, the first thing that my mind goes to is where's my stop? Where is this where and most of the time it's not just a random place. I'm legging in the area in which it can um yeah, it can reverse. So usually at a place of support. Um or a place where I know that if it reversed past that level, it would count as a reversal, and more than likely we would pull back. So, telling you, I just I mean, you're just listening to somebody who did this in the past. Weeklies could have ruined my career. Could have ruined. I could not be trading right now. I could have just given up. Um, and until I made a rule and followed it, I all of a sudden was like, whoa, holy shit. What are the rules? Mm-mm-mm. Oh yeah. If you trade right now and you're trying to make it happen and it's just not there, then unfortunately that's gonna be a pain. Rivian's looking good though, huh? Yeah, we may have to swing a hedge for Rivian. Like a $35 call or something out of the money. If we don't break this pattern today. But small gain on Nvidia, but don't trust it. I'm out. I mean, Nvidia just doesn't look like it wants to go down. It doesn't. It's just the slow fade back down here. AMD. $93, $92. I bought a put right at 704. Thought it was starting to bounce at 700, and it ended it. I ended it and then got out at 695. So I can say, just from my perspective, that there is nothing on this, and I'm just. I hope you know I'm only saying this just from my perspective. I want you to see what I see. But there is there was no candle close here above any key level that would indicate that we could bounce and hold. So this 15, right? When we are waiting in the morning, we're waiting for a reason, right? We're waiting so that we know where strength lies. And honestly, it's called a retest or a test for a reason because you're testing that level. Is there any buyers here? Nope. All right, I'm out, you know? Um, Sheesh. That Tesla target though. Oh shit. If you're a Tesla, there you go. Rivian target's gonna be $26.70. Give me a circuit breaker halt. Oh, there you go, Rivian. Right below 29, baby. All right, Tesla's right there on that mark. That's money, dude. Next target on Tesla, 680.45. Yeah. What do you got? 686. All right, if you are in weeklies on NVIDIA, please make sure that profit is being thought about, taken. Um, do know that there are re-entries on the Qs, 289.11 for a stab at low of day. I mean, honestly, you're still inside the range, so you want to take a bet on where it's going to go. You have to be careful there, but sheesh, Tesla with that guy in it. With what guy in it? I'm also day jobbing it. Dave, maybe be a bit more vocal if you can. Just asking as far as like where levels. I want to help. I want to make sure that I can help you with that. So if you have a question or if you're unsure, one thing I don't know how long you've been trading, so I could be talking out my butt, but if you're even relatively new, there's certain situations that we think a lot of things, and then we end up feeling things after, you know, that we didn't want to. So I would say, from experience, when you see something like this, so this is how I would have done this. Okay, I want to know usually right at the bell where are we going to test first? So like that first impulse move, right, where we see the poop and it goes right back down and then we chop for a bit. Those wicks were giving you that upside level, right? Because where those sellers sit is where you need to get above. That's your wall. So when you find a wall, which sometimes happens in real time, right? 101% Joseph. I'm drinking La Colombe. I don't know how to say that. I feel you know what? It's the fear of saying the word wrong that causes me to mispronounce the crap out of it. Because I just overdo it. La Colombia? I don't know. I'm drinking the oat milk you made a commercial for. Or not oat milk. Coffee. La Colombe? Hunt did get in my head, dude. I hear that guy's I don't even know what his voice sounds like, and I just hear his voice. You said that wrong, Potter. You sure that's how you pronounce that? No, Tesla! Oh, down to the wick. NVIDIA! Oh my goodness. Goodbye. You got mail. Boo-doo-doo. I wouldn't go after chasing anything yet. You just hit support. You could see some So we've done bouncy, bouncy. Watch the 15-minute candle. Look at the 15, right? The 5 minute is not going to tell you whether or not that body's going to candle close. So if Nvidia closes this 15-minute candle in 1 minute or 2 minutes above 166.50, maybe you get a little bit of a bounce. Right now you got some lagging moving averages all the way at 171. So we could stop here. So just throwing that out there. Jimmy, that's when you need to start looking at a new brokerage because the manual shit is where it gets tough. Don't, yo, that's such a good song. Don't go chasing waterfalls. I think that was like one of those songs as a kid. It was like almost feels like a. It's associated with a lot of memories. That's funny. Friday 6K. Say what? Yo. Slap that in the gains page. Yes, Rivian is gonna move slow. Set alerts right now at 29:30. Set alerts there for yourself. Dude, are we gonna hit the dump? Like just waterfall here on cues down to like that's a lotto. That's a lotto. Yeah, I don't like that median center. I just looked at the candles. You're completely right. I traded on and off for 3 as a side hustle. Dave, you got this, man. Just be patience on Fridays can really pay, and I think today was a lesson in that. So just it's a loss, but if it's something that we can make it back, then just dig in your heel, and we'll come back Monday. We'll do it again. So not the same thing that you just did, but a new thing. No, yeah, I'm sorry that happened. But yeah, man, just if you feel kind of like some indecision in there and you just need a second set of eyes, there's other people in the chat as well, some of the top traders, including myself. So that's what we're here for. So the pattern's cool, but look at that. Man, I actually wonder, can we hit 280? Should I find a lotto to take on Qs? We're 3 days away. Let's see, what would the 282.30 would be my lotto target? Let's go see what we got here. Wow. Okay. Oh, that's today. That's why they're cheap. I'm taking a next week, May 23rd, QQQ. I know it's rare. I'm gonna go with 285, but if you have a smaller account, I would say that you can get away with 282, but be out and it's a lotto, so this could just not work out. But I'm taking this right now. QQQ 285, May 23rd. And I'm probably going to go ahead and leave. I'm going to set a stop loss on this, guys, because I'm not going to babysit a lotto contract. Damn, NVIDIA. Oh, no. NVIDIA has a gap all the way to 162. Woe is me. I'm sorry. I'll set some alerts on it. It's got to go and retest before this 4 straight 15-minute candles flushing down there. Is that a megaphone pattern? That sure enough is. Which would give you a gap fill there. Oh man, you might see Nvidia with the old gap fill today. Yield. And look at Facebook trying to retest. Well, maybe wait for that candle to close. Don't get too antsy. Maybe wait for a little retest of 186 if we bounce. Put. Sorry, put. Yeah, it could chill at the gap, so. Anybody in the QQQ put with me? Okay. Does that say 16? I'm on my way. Send me the Addy. Slith, you're supposed to be an admin here. You degenerate. Right now is when your weeklies get torn up. So if you're in weeklies, I know I might have to take that thing away. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's look at Upstart. So interesting. So remember I was talking about the rising wedge? Below 44 and 43.60. I'm fairly certain you'll see a decent drop there. You could leg in on next week's contracts. So this is what, if I see something like this, right? I don't wait for all of that to happen. I start doing something. So right now, Upstart's okay. It hasn't really given me a great break, but if I have the capital, I'm gonna go ahead and leg in next week. Where's my target? If this is a rising wedge, then I would be expecting a 50% 50% retracement of the pattern itself, which would lead me down to 40. So leave no gap behind. Facts. There goes NVIDIA. So if anybody's got NVIDIA, oh man, my stomach is hurting. Why is the open interest on 145 puts for NVIDIA so high? That's a little sketchy. Look at that. What's that? What do you mean by that? Yeah, I'm not taking it yet, but it could be juicy. Rivian is likely going to be a swing trade. Today's target is 27.75. Stop right now. I'm watching 29. So the second contract, the ad If we get above 2965, I'm probably gonna cut it. So just throwing that out there. But all right, we're starting to chop around a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and mute myself for just a moment. I got what I got. Yo, wow, let's go. Sea Jaws, my lord. Congratulations, dude. Maybe make sure to tuck some of that away. That's great, man. Are you are you doing this kind of like full time? Are you doing this while you got a job? What do you got going on? Just curious. I like to see how people are making it work, so. Young money. I'm about to ban that word in here, dude. Got 9K. I was out of work for the last 2 months and go back Monday. Yo. Yeah, dude. Go get an Oculus. So you can so some have someone to play with. On contractors. Dude, they have you can go in and play on like all of your favorite like Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, Halo maps. Like you're in the map. It's the best. Okay, yeah, if you're green, that's great. If you're in the queues, my stop on that lotto is 291.50. All right, 291.50. If you break above that, I'm out. All right. That's basically me. Yes, I am still in those Rivian leaps, dude. I'm trying to. I might even add, but right now I'm not feeling unconfident in this right now. It looks fine. Rivian. Rivian has at least got $27.60, I think, here today. So I'm fairly certain that we'll see a pullback. But all right, I got stomach cramps like super bad. Need to drink some water. All right. If you are not in a position, it is Friday and it is low volume days usually. You can come back towards the end of the day and start to make a better, more educated decision on where we're going to go from here, right? Making a decision based that you're going to hold overnight. Oh, took that NVIDIA put and banked 10G. Oh, Rod, amazing. Look at that big red Tesla dingus. Um, but taking a position you plan on holding overnight without the full data set is not a smart idea. So, all right, I will be back shortly, everybody. Stream will be left up for those of you on Discord and stuff like that. So look at Facebook underneath the 9. The 9 is curling down. Poopy. All right. I'll be back.